There's a gentleman by the name of Rick Lewis. He's a phenomenal performer. He teaches people how to intelligently break rules to help them embrace change. He's got this book, 7 Rules You Were Born to Break. I highly recommend it. The reason I'm bringing Rick up is because as a company, our sole purpose is to affect change. There's one of Rick's strategies that I want to share with you because I think it may change the way that you see change in the next 20 years. By show of hands, how many people have kids? I think every one of you can agree that they're the happiest people you know. They're much happier than us as adults. Yes? Okay. It's because they're not programmed yet. You know, the child's imagination is fascinating. And sometimes they offer perspectives that are much more valuable than our own. So I'm going to go through some test answers that children have provided in school. What ended in 1896? I think my mom should do less of this. Find the difference between 8 and 6. My personal favorite, what is the strongest force on Earth? What an amazing kid to put this answer down, and what a troll of a teacher to put a giant red X through that answer. This was a huge opportunity to actually reward a child for his creativity, her creativity, whoever the child was, but instead that teacher stuck within the rules of this test environment and put a giant red X and just killed whatever creativity that child brought. So at Plexus, this is something that we practice religiously. Magic happens when childlike imagination meets intelligent execution. You're probably sitting there going, well, what is this magic? What is this magic you speak of? And I'm glad you asked, so thank you for engaging in the presentation. It's making it go a lot easier. Accounting has been at the center, or it's been the backbone of construction companies. For subcontractors, accounting-centric systems have failed to unite a single contractor. It's never happened. So when we came into the market 17 years ago, we decided as a company that we were not going to follow suit. A solution that replaces the accounting centricity with field centricity was born. And for the first time in history, some of the top performers in the wall and ceiling industry have finally been able to unite their entire teams. Everything we do is built upon the single premise that it starts with the field. If you manage the field right, accounting should be simplified. As a company, we have felt like it has been a true fight, trying to position ourselves as a field-centric system and win over the CFOs, the controllers, the financial arms of the company. We are aiming to unite a fragmented industry with this one core principle. And we feel that we've passed the critical mass of customers now that we can actually share that with everybody as being our sole mission. The simple fact that we've taken the highest performers in the country and started to unite them is our proof of concept that the field-centric solution works. And it's the reason why we're replacing the top accounting-centric solutions that have dominated the market for the last 30 years. Our system is built on an enterprise-level database. If you have intentions of uniting all your departments onto one platform, that database better be able to handle that massive amount of data. And that data is going to continuously and exponentially grow over time. So the foundation that you invest in better be able to handle all of that data in the years to come. We're going to show you one example of the power of our database. Chris is going to drag and drop a 200-page PDF vector quality drawing into the database. As we're talking, 207 high-quality vector PDF pages downloading before I can finish this sentence. Doesn't it make sense that with technology the way it exists now, that we should be able to auto-name all the pages, so you don't have to go in and change the name of every single page? As you're watching the OCR technology, we'll go through every single page and start naming them. Now that somebody has put in the effort to import the drawings, auto-name the pages, complete the takeoff, put all that effort into a working budget. All of that effort, if you're on a unified system, should be made available to anyone who needs it. So this provides the most current drawings to the men in the field, but the difference with us is that because it's a unified platform, the estimator's efforts or the PM's efforts or the pre-con division, whoever created that working budget, those efforts now propagate out to the guys in the field. One key difference that we've done with our takeoff technology is that when you draw a line from point A to B, it's not one line. It's actually thousands of microsegments. The reason why this is important, if you take a look down beside quantities, you'll see percentages. We are able to rope off an area, cut right through the takeoff properties. This is a critical component to how we've developed the takeoff system because it's going to extend right through to production tracking. We just developed a new tool called electronic price agreement. What's important to recognize here is that as the prices are being entered, the supplier has the option of entering the prices in their own unit of measure. As the materials come back, we automatically do the data conversion, so you're visualizing the price in your preferred unit of measure. We are using this framework to build a global distribution portal that aims to unite the entire supply chain in the industry. So again, going back to our core of who we are here to fundamentally change a fragmented industry. When you unite your team, it makes sense that if one person does something, no one else should have to do that work again. Small example, we go to the job info app. That working budget has already been created. So why can't it be available instantly for the guys in the field? Well, with us, obviously it can. And if you notice, because it's a unified system, this labor breakout also includes change orders, both pending and approved. This is where a lot of accounting-centric systems truly break down, is the change order process. But when you're considering the budget a moving target, the unified system, a field-centric system that is tracking all of the activities and managing that chaos in the field, really starts to separate itself from accounting solutions. The material breakout. This is the final one. The same database, the same working budget is now available to the guys. So as you create purchase orders, the purchase orders are drawing off the quantities that have been budgeted to the job, inclusive of change orders. We want to show you more at the booth, but before we leave, how many Plexus customers are in the audience? Okay. I got one question. Even if somebody paid you money, would you ever go back to a segregated accounting system?
No.